Organs? Never heard of them. I mean, you couldn't possibly have a heart if you're willing to trick insecure individuals into buying your MLM diet product. You couldn't have a brain to think we don't notice your arms bending into the curve of your waist. And there's no possibility of a bladder if you aren't pissing yourself laughing at how absolutely ridiculous this body filter makes you look. I might have to hedge a guess and say that you still have your intestines though, because you, ma'am, are clearly full of shit. Hey Girl Scout, what's shakin'? How have you been? I personally have been busy. Between a month of illness followed by moving back to Canada with the lovely Papa ablaze, it's been a wild time. We finally have a setup again for making videos, so I am back, baby. Between pool parties and summer holidays, I've noticed lots of social media posts taking advantage of the cute backdrops and golden hour sunsets, and the face filters and body morphing apps. If you thought it was bad, I can promise you that the season of bikinis and suntans has only made it worse. I think this is probably a good time of year to go back into the Instagram reality subreddit to poke fun at these edits and talk about body image again. Let's take a summer cruise on down the internet rabbit hole, prepare ourselves for some rocky waters, and yes, this is an all-inclusive trip complete with what I hope is adequate entertainment. Let's just jump ship and get into it. Because every person considering risky, expensive surgery loves to play the guessing game about how much of the results are surgery and which ones are extensive photoshopping. Sure, Dr. Facetune may actually give you an awful crooked nose and botch you, but even if he does, at least you paid him thousands of dollars to Photoshop your after pics so you look Instagrammable. Pretty sure you can pay someone a few bucks on Fiverr to do the same thing though, and that option at least leaves you with functioning breathing holes in day-to-day life. I would love to know which surgery he does to remove every pore from your face and which model of Ken doll he uses for inspo when he's changing features like he's playing The Sims. Oh wait, no I don't, because the before pics look way better. The second one looks like a creepypasta monster in real life. And honestly, the fact that the after erased any features that don't look stereotypically Caucasian is pretty sad, because it's sending a message to guys who aren't white that their natural features aren't attractive or good enough. Anyone who thinks the after looks better probably also shills MLM products to their friends and photoshops their Yorkshire Terrier before uploading backyard barbecue pics onto Facebook. So they definitely aren't worth listening to anyways. Oh look, it's Dr. Facetune's wife, Photoshop Felicia, the self-proclaimed professional makeup artist. Didn't realize being able to use MS Paint and a blurring tool was all it took to make it in the industry. She's so good at contouring, she can make her nose look like it's made up only of whatever little bits were left over after her husband's rhinoplasty patients are done. She can blend blush so seamlessly that it ombres right into her hair. Obviously she's cheating just a little bit, because Dr. Husband definitely performed that pore removal surgery on her and replaced her skin with latex. But the smoky eye don't lie, although the white added around her iris definitely does. Joking aside, I think she's doing herself a disservice here by advertising such a fake photo. If she is a professional and has been doing makeup since 2009 as it says on the ad, then she's probably pretty good at doing makeup. I'd much rather hire someone for a wedding or photo shoot who advertises with pictures of what I'll actually look like to the people standing 2 feet away from me, not what I could look like once I retouch every picture of me into a poreless alien. The fact that the social media post matters more than everyday life and what you'll look like in person is shocking. And I really hope that we aren't so far gone that artists aren't losing potential clients for posting real pictures of their work. Lines, wrinkles, and all. Found on Tinder? Well, I can only imagine the conversation if you call him out. Yeah, I sculpted my muscles at the gym. Sure, I sculpted them on Facetune while hogging the leg press machine. But my point is, I was at the gym. And because I'm so strong with my totally real muscles, I totally crushed the wall in my picture out of anger when you called me out for it. So that's why it's bending. Even after all that, it's not the edited muscles that would make me swipe left. It's the shirtless selfie in public complete with the aesthetic toilet and plunger that did it for me. Looks like your vaccine needle wasn't the only prick in the room at the doctor's office, my friend. Psh, no, it's not Photoshop. I just removed 3 ribs, donated both kidneys, and wrapped elastic bands around my lungs so that they can only inflate to 30% capacity. Oh, and I work out when I'm not on dialysis due to my lack of kidneys. No cardio though. I can't breathe too hard or the elastic bands might snap. Anyways, use the coupon code in my bio to buy my fitness program and you can look like me too. Imagine being such a sellout that you're willing to explicitly lie to your followers about body editing so that you can get them to buy your product because you know using their insecurities is the easiest way to do so. Imagine aspiring to be like her, doing the program to a T, and because you end up looking like the last unedited picture of her, you're disappointed and hate yourself for having completely normal proportions. I mean, it's just vile. As I said at the beginning, organs are a thing, people. And as we all know, the internet lies. So just because someone's saying they're not edited, that doesn't mean it's true. I would be very hesitant when someone claims that a product they're involved in is the miracle product that will make you look perfect and change your bone structure and whatever else they say to make you feel like you could be more attractive if you only just paid a little bit of money to them. Other girls could never? Could never what? Shame other women who have a baby for focusing on the baby instead of what their Insta followers think of them? Could never edit their postpartum stomachs for validation from strangers about their fake flat bellies? As I've said in other videos, I sure am glad I am like other girls, because I bet that they aren't making new motherhood some beauty competition, and cheating at that. It's absolutely wild to me that this person thinks this is okay to post with that caption, and I hope the Photoshop fail helps the people it's targeting to laugh off the insults. This gal does know that some people's stomachs stay bloated for weeks after having a baby, right? It's not always things in the mom's control either. Organs enlarge and move around and take weeks to go back into place. Ab muscles can separate and need to repair. And some women will be swollen from their C-section surgeries. And honestly, even if it was weight gain, it takes a while to be able to work out again. Never mind finding the time to do so. Plus, healthy weight loss is a gradual process that won't happen overnight. So she may be making digs at someone who's in the process of losing weight and just isn't at their goal yet, all while shrinking her stomach on an editing app. It must be hard to feel so much insecurity around your body after having it change so much from pregnancy. But the obvious projection doesn't excuse the fact that she's contributing to this toxic belief that moms need to look like they were never pregnant in order to be attractive. Imagine walking down an empty road at midnight, trying to get home to your warm, comfy bed, safe from the howling wind and chilly air. You feel like you're being followed, but every time you turn around, you see no one. This paranoia continues down the unlit road until suddenly a singular street lamp appears in the distance. Underneath that street lamp stands the silhouette of a woman, completely unmoving. You get closer, captivated, calling to ask if she needs help, until the light is close enough to illuminate her face. And it's in that moment that you see that the woman is not actually a human at all. At that point, it's too late. Rain begins to fall in sheets. Its eyes pierce yours and you're unable to move any limbs. And its lips turn up as though to smile as thunder and lightning begin to clap. The deafening noise would cover up your screams if they would escape your frozen body. But the silent fear in your eyes says all it needs to know. It's the last thing you see before everything goes black. No, that was not the beginning of a Silent Hill era game. That is the reality of what running into someone who actually looks like all of these filters would be in real life. Because it's simply not a look a human could ever achieve. Side note, this bit made me want to read No Sleeps and rewatch every Chills countdown ever, so comment your favorite No Sleeps down below. Surely not looking like the online self you pretend is real impacts you negatively over time because you never match up? Do these people just live in denial, surrounded by people who never tell them the truth? Or do they know that this is super over-the-top fake and do it for more traffic to their page for the cash money? Either way, I don't think the gum and teeth issues that come with 2 big lip injections are worth it no matter what the motivation for them is. Babe, you're perfect to me, but you're not perfect to my millions of followers. So I'm just gonna fix up all your flaws because I don't care what people think, but also if my mutuals think I'm dating some uggo with pores, I would absolutely die. Also, I cannot have these people that I'll never meet in real life see that I'm less than perfect, so I have to edit you to make sure that I don't look over-edited and fake. It's called chess, not checkers. Duh. I mean, can I really say anything? I clearly do the same. Ablaze is obviously not Crash Bandicoot in real life, and yet here I am editing him so much that he turns into a cartoon animal, giving the people what they want in the name of success. I'm such a sellout. I bet you'll all catch on that I'm actually 3D outside of my videos at some point too. Her head is the same size as my cat's, and we don't call Ridley P head for nothing. It looks like something my cat would draw if you asked her to draw a human from memory. Weird proportions, towering over everyone, uncanny eyes, and a shrunken head to explain why our probably tiny human ears didn't hear her when she meowed loudly for treats at 5 in the morning. And of course, a slight look of fear because Ridley clearly runs the house and us humans know it. I want to know how much protein and steroids this gal is on to have a neck thicker than her entire melon. All of her captions probably mention CrossFit or something. And the drugs must be frying her brain for her to think that she was posting something even remotely believable. Her phone is bigger than her whole face. May as well go full-on vacation mode dad and carry around an iPad at that point. I think this really highlights how subjective beauty standards are. The tiny head trend of Korea is done to make the person look taller. Even though I think it makes your body look broader, and as someone who's 5'9", I even had a period where I worried that my head was looking too small. Similarly, I always felt like my pale skin was a setback amongst the beautiful tan models. But I learned recently that Asian countries use products to lighten their skin because paleness is the beauty standard. In a weird way, it's almost comforting to know how diverse beauty standards are when you break away from the typical Hollywood ones, because it shows that things that you might be insecure about are actually idealized by other people. Body shape, hair texture, there's someone else out there wishing they had what you did. Once you become aware of that, it makes trying to match the Insta-influencer aesthetic feel so pointless and definitely helped me embrace myself for who I am more. Now to end, I thought this would be an interesting one to talk about. Norway's made a new law that commercials, ads, and sponsored influencer posts have to be marked with a sign that says edited person if there are any edits to the skin texture or body shape. So a makeup brand trying to sell a new palette will be outed if they edit away any blemishes, and an Insta-influencer selling diet tea will get that label on their photo if they nip their waist in to make themselves look thinner in the after shot. I think it's mostly to crack down on false advertising, but it undoubtedly affects body image and this trend of over-editing photos. I want to know what you guys think. Is this a good step to take? To have more transparency and legal repercussions for editing pictures when it comes to advertising? Or because this only applies to selling products and not general social media, is it even going to be enough to make a difference to body image? I personally think it's a good step, because it means even those subtle edits that most people wouldn't notice are still called out. It'll help buyers have more realistic expectations from products. And I do think that seeing that symbol will subconsciously help people to start recognizing how all of these posts and ads aren't real life. But hey, you may feel differently to me, so let me know down below. You can also come over onto my Discord to talk about this one too. I'd love to see the debate tab tackle this one, so be sure to join using the link in my description. And of course, if you agree with the things I say in this video and you think more people should see it, you should let YouTube know by engaging with comments, liking, subscribing, and showing that algorithm you mean business. You can support the channel by checking out my merch as well. Please let me know what you'd like me to cover next, as I'm having fun trying out some new ideas on the channel and I'm always looking for inspiration. And I think that's all for me for today. Hope you all have an amazing day, and I shall see you all in the next video. Peace out, Girl Scouts. Thanks for watching.